That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal
Is having a shot! Goal! France! And again they hit the front.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Après 58 minutes de jeu, le numéro 14.
France take the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
No, that's been intercepted. Vieira. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's got real chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short. Chance to deliver. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Chance, surely! That comes as a mighty relief. Pull it. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Cafu carries the ball down the right. Decent chance! And that is wildly off target. Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now, what about a counter-attack? Van Dijk. And that is a little undercooked. Looking for the run. And it's been played through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Van Dijk is one of those players who's known for... That's rather hopeful. And for a moment, time stood still.
You lucky boy, you lucky, lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
And it's Messi. Davids is onto this. Oh, good spread. Incoming, climbs up big! And yes, it's there! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And now he has two. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min has been caught there, it's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
France finding their passes. They shifted it to the flank. Good running, strong and purposeful. Nicely weighted ball. Cannavaro cuts it out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Davids. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Hullet. He shapes to shoot! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. France really could have done without this. And that's it.
Rappelons à l'intention de nos spectateurs qu'ils sont tenus de boire avec modération.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Tries to pass it through. Cross in. Van Dijk is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Cannavaro gets across and deals with it. Collar looks to get on the end of this. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, this guy, Son, is one of the quickest players around at this level, and he uses it to great effect. His willingness to run at and beyond defences.
Pullet has given away a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Taken back almost at once. And here's Son Heung-min. He's It's a sharp little ball here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Vieira powering forward here. And here's Eto'o. Son Heung-min. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Now it's Gullit. Tries to play it through. And he welcomes it in. And he's there to clear it.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Olise. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Messi. Olise is looking to influence the game from out wide. And Messi! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Robertson. Here's Cannavaro. Robertson. Now it's Son Heung-min. Spread it left. Messi takes control of it and he's on the move. Gullit going about things with real menace. Nicked it back promptly. And it's Messi. Now, can they get him away? Son Heung-min picks it up out wide. They get a throw in. And he's had a hit! Cafu. Messi has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Picked out brilliantly. Not the most accurate pass. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. That pass isn't the best. Not the most convincing of passes. That has ended up in no man's land. Messi. And it's Gullit. Gullit going face-to-face with his great rival. Back into the middle. That's good running with the ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, terrible pass. Gullit goes steaming forward.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Son Heung-min. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Decent enough try.
Gullit certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Olise. Now it's Eto'o. Well, that's beautifully weighted. There's the shot! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Chers spectateurs, je vous invite à consulter l'écran pour retrouver les horaires des trains au départ des grandes lignes. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 15.
That gets things going for the second
Le numéro
half.
22.
0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Gullit will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Rijkaard. Now he's got space here. Son Heung-min looking to run onto it. France come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Gullit. Yeah. Gullit. Now it's Eto'o. Looking for options for movement. Messi. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, that's a key interception. That's an imaginative pass. Pass somewhat off target. And this is Gullit. Davids. He has found the way through. Can he finish? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Davids clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Struck first time. Great effort, but no way through. This is their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. He's being... And Gullit! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Long ball looking to counter. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Davids. He's in space and looking for options. Tries a shot! And still we await the first breakthrough. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Here comes the cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's Messi. Has a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he's intervened well there. Great vision. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. That has not gone well. Davids. France do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Well-timed, excellent interception. Kvaratskhelia. Can he get on the end of this? Gullit kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Davids, nicely weighted ball. Roberto Carlos, Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
France have their third corner.
France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
So nearly the perfect ball.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing with
Son Heung-min! And smartly reclaimed. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And the finish! Yes, he's done it! And surely that has won the day! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
France take what looks to be a decisive lead. Rijkaard with a definite foul there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Son Heung-min.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Eto'o, it's Eto'o! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I suppose they might admit to not having the best 90 minutes of possession with the ball, but they were harried continually by a team that seemed to want it that bit more.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up. Terrific header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Great ball if he can get there. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kvaratskhelia. Vieira takes control of it and he's on the move. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Pings it, gets his head on it! And he's straight offside. Gullit does really well to win the ball there. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, this guy, Son, is one of the quickest players around at this level, and he uses it to great effect. His willingness to run at and beyond defences.
He's got full! Off the post! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low, too.
Messi plays it short. The ball goes in. Nice interception, well timed. France have the chance to go the other way. White is looking to influence the game from out wide. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
France have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Kvaratskhelia is onto this. Messi. Gullit. And it's Messi. Vieira did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Collier aimed beyond the defence. Can he get onto this? Roberto Carlos got a long way forward to join the attack. Now it's Son Heung-min. White receives it in a wide position. Vieira. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Can he get on the end of this? Kvaratskhelia is in a really good position out wide. And he's managed to get free. Hangs in a cross. Well read. And the danger is averted. Son Heung-min. Collar. Ambitious ball here. Son Heung-min providing an outlet on that flank. Climbs up big! No, not the best of headers. Yeah. And it's Son Heung-min. And it's Robertson. Messi. Engages and forces him off the ball. Collar receives it in a good position here. And he's gone looking for safety. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Davids. Oh, that is a nice touch. Collar! And that is wildly off target.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Messi, very much a man of this moment. Now it's Gullit. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Robertson spots it and intercepts. White is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Gullit always looking for that half a chance. Looking for the run. Messi is wide and looking to get onto this. Vieira. And it's Gullit for Messi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Roberto Carlos. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. He's in a great position here. That is lovely. Messi tries from distance. And he has kept it out somehow.
Messi is offering a right smile there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And there's the end of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Et après ce match, à offrir votre contribution au programme caritatif Football pour tous.
Here we go again then.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Played out to the left flank. Played out wide. And it's White. White. It's a mighty effort! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Roberto Carlos. Brilliantly cut out. Cafu.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
It's a searching pass. Rijkaard makes the interception. Messi. Now it's Son Heung-min. And this is Messi. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Son Heung-min. Oh, easy pickings there. He's having a go. That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. Gullit attempts a clearance. Goes for the shot! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
White brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Now it's come to nothing. And it's Davids. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Oh, this looks sharp. Koller. Looking for a runner. Nicely worked. Gullit showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's hit the upright, and again! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Changement pour la
France
France.
can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
À sa place,
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
France still have the cards to affect this game. He is through here and reclaimed it in a trice. That pass isn't the best. Messi. Pull it. And he welcomes it in. It's Son Heung-min! Well, that has not gone well. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pull it. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 17.
The changes then in quick
Pour le
succession.
remplacer,
Yeah, I think he's
le
been
numéro
told to
19.
play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Roberto Carlos, played in with purpose. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Good ball, good take. Tries to pass it through. Played back in. France have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Knocks it into space. Now it's Hullet. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Tries to play it through. Played into space out wide. Cafu.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now, who's going to be first to this? France needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Played into space. Oh, smashing header!
Additionnel, une
And
minute.
a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff.
Mesdames et messieurs, un
So,
petit
Jim, how do you
message
reflect
pour
on
vous
what
signaler
we've seen?
l'affichage
France
d'informations
certainly
sur la
had some
rotation
good
des
moments,
bus autour
Peter.
du
There were
stade
plenty of
pour les
encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And he's found a way past. Cafu makes the interception. Not the most convincing of passes.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true. Just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Messi. A probing pass. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Messi. Tries to play it through. And he's whipped it across.
Well played and well cleared.
And reclaimed it in a trice. It's Son Heung-min! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He's going for goal! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Great vision. Kvaratskhelia. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
They've played it short. And here's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that has left him in a heap.
Kvaratskhelia really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Robertson is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Messi, looking for options for movement. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Now that looks a decent ball. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, nice touch. And it's Messi. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Good ball, good take. Olise gets into a good position. Stood up well to him there. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Collier. Messi. He could be in here. Messi had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he
climbs up big. Goal, France! One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Après 34 minutes de jeu.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Messi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Bullet! And he has kept it out somehow.
Bullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Messi plays it short. Cross from Cafu. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Son Heung-min. He's picked his way through. He gets big. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Now it's Son Heung-min. And the through ball. Another chance from a corner. France have their second corner now. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Shot could be on. He's tried one. It's bounced back off the post. And yes, it's there! That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And shot at goal! It's there! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? It's a good spell of possession, this. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Backward it goes. Oh, sweet feet. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That has ended up in no man's land.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Roberto Carlos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And they're not going to make any further progress now.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
And this is Hullet. Oh, that's fabulous. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way. It's Son Heung-min! It is a fantastic goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
It's a mighty effort! Harmlessly behind. Cafu. He is through here. Can he get it through? Crosses it in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Davids. Koller. That's a little off target. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He's got away.
Kvaratskhelia really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it.
Bullet! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game. Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
And this is Roberto Carlos. And it's played in here. And now they can spring out of defence. And the pass is intercepted. And the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Now it's Son Heung-min. Cafu. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now it's Hullet. Van Dijk is the guilty party there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. White threads one in, and this is Son Heung-min. Oh, that's nice. White tries across, and that should get the job done. Messi. Out for a throw. Koller has found the net here, of course. And here's Roberto Carlos.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He's had a shot! Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Messi taking charge of the dead ball.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
And it's Van Dijk.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Now there's a fine ball. And Messi! Goal! France! And they're back in front. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Messi really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And he's there to belt it away.
France really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Out to the left it goes. Tries to pass it through. That has been slung wide. Oh, smashing header! It's a goal! They have stolen level at the last! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
So that's it. It is all over. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Pullet picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
France can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. France disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it, the way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when he was on his game.
Yeah, and I remember one game against the boys from Madrid when that famous front three were simply unplayable. They each scored a goal, with Messi grabbing the last one to put the icing right on the cake.
Now it's Messi. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for options for movement. Messi. And here's the chance to counter. Can he latch on to this? And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Messi puts his foot on the gas. Son Heung-min. France have a free kick. And it's Son Heung-min. Great vision. Cafu plays... Kola! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Can he get on the end of this? And he's... And the shot! Goal! France! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Après 18 minutes de jeu par le numéro 26.
France have taken the lead.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And Hullet! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Hullet is offering a wry smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Tries a shot! France are looking to go forward now. Can he get it through? Kola! He shifted it to the flank. Just eases him off the ball. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And that has left him in a heap. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kola constantly looking for the ball into the box. Robertson has it out wide and in space. Looking for a runner. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Cannavaro makes the interception. Saliba. Lovely, now then, shoots! Sensational by Kola! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish. Climbs up big! No, not the best of headers. Played back into the centre. Vieira. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. France have their second corner now. They've played it short. It's a good look. It's a mighty effort! Hits it again, but still no joy.
France really need to convert one of these chances now. This service is good, but the finishing is pretty wasteful.
France finding their passes. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, good steal, he just read it. Schmeichel clears. Collar. And he's got the beating of his man. Can he finish? And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
He's got full. Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, that's well spotted.
2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Cafu. That's a sharp pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, important interception. That's really well cleared. And the whistle goes for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. France kick off the second half. Kvaratskhelia. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Son Heung-min. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Vieira calmly anticipates. Cafu. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now, can they get him away? Messi. Oh, shooting chance! There's the shot! And now they can spring out of defence. Collar has found the net here, of course. That's beautifully weighted. Now it's Hullet. Oh, a delicate chip through. Kvaratskhelia, and he's worked it through. He's on it. Can he get away? Great defending, strong and determined. Looking to play him in. Messi, very much a man of this moment. So we've reached the hour mark. And it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Gullit. Now that looks a decent ball. Messi did just about enough to come. Gullit! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Gullit goes short. Oh, there's a probing ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. He has found the way through. Oh, it's come loose. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's a promising position. Robertson can get it clear. And Gullit! Oh, a very decent attempt. They're up to 5 corners now. A header! And the keeper couldn't hold it. No, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
Cafu aimed beyond the defence. Davids is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. And it's made its way to him. Tries to play it through. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Son Heung-min. Messi.
France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Son Heung-min. France can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Good ball, good take. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Danger averted for now. Well, that has not gone well. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Into the last 5 minutes. And this is Gullit. Oh, such a clever touch.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Kvaratskhelia. Koller. He's had it taken off him.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's found the way through. Well, that is one way to stop him. That's a throw. Cross from Cafu. And the keeper beats it away. And that's it. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
France can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it, the way he just seemed... Big header! He will be livid with himself. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's in plenty of space here, and he's certainly onside here. And that's really well manoeuvred. Collier. And here's Son Heung-min. That's a... He's had a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Big chance!
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Zico. And it's Robertson. And it's Cannavaro. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
That has been cut short. Cafu. Davids. Collier. He's found a way through. Collier! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
France have their second corner now. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Roberto Carlos. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Takes a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
France, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Zico is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Nicely weighted ball. Shot could... And he shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Messi plays it short. Ball driven towards the far post. Oh, what a... And a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And it's White. And here's Son Heung-min. Kvaratskhelia, very much a man of this moment. Dink through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Aimed beyond the defence. Messi. And claimed it back swiftly. Son Heung-min. Messi. That's Vieira. No way through. Now it's Son Heung-min. Robertson. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vieira cuts out the pass. Son Heung-min. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's in space and looking for options. There's the header! Goal! France! And France are in front. Certain, searing and imperious.
Superb timing to generate that power, threw a really strong neck behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. France certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Oh, he's burst through! Cafu makes the interception. Koller dominates aerially so often. And it's Robertson. Tries to play it through. Kvaratskhelia providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that's neat. Now it's Zico. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Son Heung-min. White. Looking to play him in. Now it's Son Heung-min. That is ended up in no man's land. Messi. Hullet. Son Heung-min. Now it's Messi. Now it's Son Heung-min. And that's another good win of the ball. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the second half gets underway.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Robertson. He is through here. France needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And it's Son Heung-min. Koller. Cafu spots it and intercepts. Now it's Hullet. Koller. He's having a go. Brilliant from Koller. A finish right from the top draw. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And he's had it hit! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And that's it.
Chers spectateurs, nous vous rappelons que pour votre sécurité, ce match est placé sous vidéosurveillance.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, that pass isn't the best. Pullet is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows...
Header! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Looking to play him in.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping great.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And it's Hullet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Son Heung-min. It's a good run down the right. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Knocks it into space. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Ball driven towards the... He gets big! And he can clear it away.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And here's Hullet. No way through. Hullet, who needs just a moment to score a goal. He's a sharp little ball here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that's going to be a booking. Oh, that's a very decent ball. Goes for a shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Hullet threads one in. Oh, well played. Danger averted for now. France, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Cannavaro. That's a smartly directed ball. Good pressure, determined, intense. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Hullet. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Hullet clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Chance for a shot! Goal, France! So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Hullet. Out to the left it goes. That's been slipped through, and he was quick to react.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Messi. He's on it, can he get away? He's going for goal! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Van Dijk does really well there, he is strong. France have a free kick. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Son Heung-min has it in a wide position.
France truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Hullet. Messi. Cafu. Well, that is one way to stop him. Hullet with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Cafu. He's found a way through. Played in deep. Oh, what a climb! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Hullet. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Hullet. Robertson. He's shifting through the gears here. Over to the left. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Good read, needed. Great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's Messi. Robertson. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. It's a mighty effort! Really well taken goal. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So we reach the halfway point.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Mesdames et messieurs, je vous demanderai de déposer vos détritus dans les poubelles situées dans les accès principaux. D'avance, merci.
Second period then underway. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And here's Hullet. Tries to pass it through. Aimed in towards... Climbs up big! It's in!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Certain, searing and imperious.
Superb timing to generate that power through a really strong neck behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Cannavaro gets a foot in here. Robertson makes the interception. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That's a cute ball. Schmeichel claims comfortable. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Son Heung-min gets into some space. Cafu could try cutting inside here.
France clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
He's got away. Collar. France can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Son Heung-min. Cafu. Oh, it's played into the area. Terrific header. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Bullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Collar.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He has found the way through. Collar. Oh, important interception. Messi. Collar. Well timed, excellent interception. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's got tall. Oh, off the bar. Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
No, that was never going to make it. Pull it. Looking for options for movement. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Nicely spread. Kvaratskhelia. White. Good purposeful running this. Out to the right. Cross to the back post. Oh, smashing header! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played, well played. Tries to play it through. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. France really could have done without this. Schmeichel will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. As you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
France take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
A heavy challenge. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That is ended up in no man's land. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Son Heung-min with the cross. Davids! He should have put that one away.
Davids really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Son Heung-min. Nicely weighted ball. That's the keeper's ball. And Dijk finds himself offside. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Messi. And he's worked it through. Not the most accurate pass. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's picked his way through. Pull it. And here's Kvaratskhelia.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he's lost his man here. Picked out brilliantly. Pull it. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, that's fabulous. Great challenge, time to perfection. Roberto Carlos. Pass somewhat off target. And the number on the board is 3. Now it's Son Heung-min. Pull it in acres of space out wide. Cut it out, and that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Zico has got himself a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And it's Robertson. When you think great defenders, you've got to... He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So the game's first he's got full. It's in. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
France grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square. Just the goalkeeper chance! Well and truly turned on its head. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
France take the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Davids. Roberto Carlos. Shapes to shoot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He's gone for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, it's come loose. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And it's Robertson. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Driving on and making good progress. Zico. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Davids. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Can he get on the end of this? Pass is just off target. Messi. Van Dijk. Ball played for Zico. And he was quick to react. Cannavaro. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And he cuts out the supply. And that is as far as they're going to go. And it's Roberto Carlos. Great ball if he can get there. Good read, needed to be. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Son Heung-min has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Son Heung-min, that's a good ball. And a chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Great vision. Son Heung-min. Great chance! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
It's their second corner of the game.
Pour la France, le numéro 7. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 10.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. White threads one in. Not the most accurate pass. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. And the whistle goes for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
There's the start of the second half.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Referee's awarded a free kick, and that's going to be a booking. Cannavaro. Pullet is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Son Heung-min. Now he's got space here. And Messi! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up. Pullet with the short one. In by Messi. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's in a great position here. In towards the back stick. And he gets rid in a hurry. Corner number 4 coming up here. Cleared without hesitation. France are looking to go forward now. It's a promising position. It's a good run down the right. Cafu looking to hit the byline here. And he's made sure that's not... And the finish! Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. It's a pretty loose pass. Taken back almost at once. And here's Son Heung-min. Roberto Carlos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, easy pickings there. And he has been fouled there. Now this is interesting, he has already had his name taken once. Messi has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident. Showing good feet. It's a promising run he's making on the right. And he's whipped. Big header! Oh, he's been caught napping! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Attention, changement.
France choosing to make the first change.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Zico. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. This could spell real trouble. We know he has already been booked. Vieira has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off. France perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Rummenigge. There's the shot! That's another chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Vieira. Rummenigge.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Davids. Roberto Carlos, who does have an assist to his name. Davids. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Knocks it into space. Oh, what has happened here? White looking to run onto it.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He's shifting through the gears here. That has ended up in no man's land. That has been slung wide. Van Dijk. Oh, super find. Cannavaro demonstrating his defensive quality there. France needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
White tries making a foray down the right.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's onside. White hit into the middle. Cafu is there, and the volley. Oh, split-second reaction.
Davids really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
They're up to 5 corners now. Hullet plays it short. And it's Hullet. Hullet! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Hullet is offering a wry smile there.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. And it's been taken short. And here's Hullet. Has a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's a lucky 7th corner. They've played it short.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Il y aura 4
Zico
minutes de
steaming
temps
forward.
additionnel.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. 4 extra minutes added on. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Robertson looking to play him in. Van Dijk is having a shot! No mistake! They have stolen level at the last! The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, so often it comes down...
And that is as far as it goes. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Your reflections then, Jim?
France certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Now it's Son Heung-min. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passing is crisp and sharp. He's in plenty of space here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy's Son really is a manager's dream. A second striker, a poacher and a winger, all in one. And don't forget, great off both feet. You just don't get that.
Oh, what a climb! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Oh, what a great leap. He had no right to get to that.
Rijkaard does really well there. He is strong. And it's Robertson. He's got away. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Robertson made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's spewed away. Vieira. White is always looking to play quality balls. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Goes for goal! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Knocks it into space. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of...
Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! He's got himself an absolute peach. And France are in front. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So we have the first goal.
This is the perfect example of how to play where the man advances.
He's had a shot! Goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 22.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Le numéro 14.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter, just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw.
Applies the finish! No, not quite.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
And it's Son Heung-min. Distributed tidily. It's come through and he's had a quick look in. Terrific header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this is Son Heung-min. He's through, it's one-on-one! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Cafu. It's going to be another throw. Not the most accurate pass. France are opting for an early change in personnel. They've decided against waiting until half-time. Oh, he's found support out wide. He is through here. France looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Zico, that looks a good ball through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And it's Hullet. Robertson. Cannavaro. Zico has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Oh, good-looking ball.
2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's played through for him. He's in space and looking for options. Good read, needed to be. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go and they head into the break all square. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. Roberto Carlos delivers the ball. That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Messi tries to play it through, and he plays one through. Son Heung-min is flagged offside. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Great chance! It's there!
And now it's all about how they handle this from here. Edging ahead again in this second half is best followed up with a bold mindset, a bold approach. The skipper set the example. It's up to his teammates now to follow.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Cafu plays it in. He rises! They've done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
France take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Messi. Collar. He's the one. Collar! He's got away with one there.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Roberto Carlos calmly anticipates. Showing great feet there. And the finish! He scores! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter.
And he shoots! He've got to be quick to recover this. Can he finish? Messi. And Messi! Oh, it's hit the post! And he passes it long. France do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Great vision. It's a promising position. Now the ball in. That's a decent clearance.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue.
Messi! He scored! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here. France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's Messi. And Messi! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
France are looking to go forward now. Pinches it off him. Just 5 minutes left. And that could set him on his way. Schmeichel gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Messi! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this. That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
He gets big! It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Messi. Looking for options for movement. Messi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Driving on and making good progress. And he's picked it up out wide. He's picked his way through. That's good play. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Robertson tries to clear. And that is as far as it goes. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. France succeeded in minimising the damage caused by their numerical disadvantage.
Well, the biggest compliment I can pay them, Peter, is that they didn't look as if they'd gone down to 10 men. They spread the workload, everyone found an extra 10%, and they certainly deserve to take something away for their industry.